limb in order to save the body. He's willing to even sacrifice the titles of his children in order to clean the Windsor house, because enough is enough. And Harry and Meghan know it, and they're absolutely panicking because there's nothing they can do.
Quite reasonably stripping Harry of his title, and perhaps down the track, Charlotte and Louis's children not having titles either. Because
Can reveal Prince William has in the past fortnight seized control of the British monarchy from a weak and dying King Charles, and that spells very bad news for Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, Archie and Lily.
They say the crown never forgets, and oh, isn't that the truth? Right now, Buckingham Palace isn't just remembering, it's replaying every insult, every interview, every Netflix revelation Harry and Meghan ever dared to drop. Every smirk, every headline, every "we just want our truth" moment is echoing back like a royal boomerang. This isn't just a family feud anymore, this is royal payback. It's not a scandal, it's a reckoning.
Beautiful people. Isn't it something? Harry and Meghan panicking over Prince William's latest.
There's panic in the clouds tonight. Somewhere above the Atlantic, Prince Harry, the man who once vowed he'd never bow to the crown again, is flying straight back into its storm. Picture it. He's sweating, pacing in that private jet, checking his phone every 30 seconds, waiting for a message from the palace that isn't coming. No, Harry isn't flying home for love or family. He's flying home because survival is the only thing left on the table.
Siri.
Well, there was once upon a time when we thought no royal would be able to be stripped of their title, and look what's happened over the last couple of weeks, and you're right, will this impact Harry and Meghan?
Sources close to the royals whisper that Harry boarded that jet in a frenzy, eyes red, jaw locked, snapping at aides who couldn't fix what's already broken, his royal identity. The Duke of Sussex title that once made him powerful, respected, and relevant now hangs by a single thread. And the one holding the scissors, none other than his brother, Prince William.
Are they going to learn a new trade? What are they going to do? Meghan can go back to yachting. She's too old.
For years, Harry thought he'd outsmarted the monarchy. He painted himself as the rebel, the free spirit who escaped the system. But what he never realized was that the monarchy doesn't collapse when you leave it. It evolves without you. And while Harry was podcasting about healing and inner peace, the palace was healing too, just without him.
Harry's too much of an idiot. They have no skills, no talent. They're not interesting. What are they going to do? And William doesn't want them back. Nobody wants them.
William, the brother Harry, once mocked as trapped, now stands tall as the monarch in waiting. The man Harry pitied has become the man everyone respects. Calm, disciplined, and deliberate, William doesn't rant, doesn't leak, doesn't need Netflix to tell his story. He's learned the oldest royal secret kings aren't born, they're built in silence.
People wrote to Parliament about Harry and Meghan and asked them to remove the Duke title from.
The irony is almost poetic. Harry, who couldn't wait to spill secrets, has spent the last few years turning his life into a soap opera. Meanwhile, William mastered the art of royal silence. Every tantrum, every interview, every Montecito photo op, it all became part of William's PR campaign, without him ever having to lift a finger.
That Parliament has nothing to do with royal titles, styles, honors, and dignity.
Now, the tables have turned and fast. Palace insiders whisper that no one in the Blakes' senior circle even refers to Harry as a royal anymore. He's a former asset. That's palace code for erased. His seat at royal events gone. His security downgraded. His voice in family matters muted. The Sussex era isn't being reevaluated, it's being deleted. The palace has entered rebranding mode. King Charles may wear the crown, but William? He's steering the ship, and this new monarchy is ruthless, polished, corporate, and emotionless. No more sob stories, no more chaos, no more royal sideshows. Harry's drama simply doesn't fit the brand anymore. But here's the ultimate twist: the monarchy never needed to destroy Harry. He did it all by himself. Every interview, every revelation, every truth he thought would free him has only proved one thing: he's unstable, unpredictable, and unfit to represent the crown he was born into. And now, the brother he once accused of cruelty sits in quiet victory. No revenge, no shouting, just the cold, calm power of silence. The kind of silence that doesn't need an announcement because everyone already knows what it means. The shift in power isn't coming, it's already here. While Harry was meditating in California, William was mastering the art of control. He doesn't trend on Twitter, he reigns in silence. The British monarchy has seen scandals before, but 2023, that was the year the royal mask finally cracked. When Prince William was forced to stand beside Prince Andrew during a public event, the world gasped. The image went viral within minutes, the future king standing shoulder to shoulder with a man whose very name had become a synonym for disgrace. It wasn't just awkward, it was catastrophic. And for William, a man obsessed with reputation, that one photo was personal betrayal. Because in that single damning moment, the monarchy's credibility, the one he'd spent years rebuilding, shattered. And that was his breaking point. Behind closed doors, aides whispered that William didn't yell. He didn't throw things. He just went silent. And everyone who's ever seen that look knows. When William goes quiet, the temperature in the room drops. That's his fury. Cold, calculated, final. In that frozen silence, William made a vow: no more dead weight, no more chaos, and absolutely no more mercy. The whisper started almost immediately. A leaked palace memo, senior aides, calling it the cleansing strategy. The title alone sounds more like a coup than a royal procedure. One by one, names were listed, liabilities as they called them. And sitting right next to Prince Andrew's name, Prince Harry. Because to William, there was no moral difference between the two. Andrew's disgrace tainted the monarchy's past. Harry's betrayal threatened its future. One was an embarrassment, the other an act of war. Harry didn't just walk away from the family. He torched the bridges, smiling for Netflix cameras as they burned. Every tell-all, every Oprah tear, every "we just wanted peace" interview was a dagger aimed right at the institution William swore to protect. And finally, William had enough. He began treating the monarchy not like a family, but like a corporation under siege. Out went sentiment, in came efficiency. Blood ties or not, the dead weight had to go. His mission? To rebuild the crown into a brand too disciplined, too spotless, and too ruthless to ever be mocked again. And Harry? He never saw it coming. Because while he believed in loyalty as love, William had learned loyalty as duty. And when duty's on the line, even a brother can become expendable. It wasn't a scandal that destroyed Meghan Markle, it was statistics. Cold, merciless numbers, sharper than any headline. One morning, Britain woke up to a poll that hit Buckingham Palace like an earthquake. 47% of the public said Meghan Markle posed a bigger threat to the Buckingham's monarchy than Prince Andrew. Let that sink in. A duchess outranking a man tied to the darkest stain in royal history. Inside the palace, jaws dropped. Aides exchanged nervous looks. William's inner circle called it the point of no return. For years, Meghan had played the misunderstood humanitarian, the outsider who shook the system. But the British public had made up its mind. She wasn't the underdog anymore. She was the brand, the headline machine, the woman who turned royal duty into a personal franchise. And for William, that survey wasn't just data, it was ammunition. Behind the heavy palace doors, the heir apparent was already building a quiet case. The mission? Streamline the monarchy, remove the drama, win back the weary public. But every time Meghan opened her mouth, that plan unraveled. The Netflix documentaries, the Spotify rants, the endless talk shows about finding freedom, they weren't healing anything. They were reopening old wounds for clicks and profit. Then came the rebrand. Soft lighting, glossy portraits, captions that said nothing while hinting at everything. Meghan Markle had returned to Instagram and everyone smelled a launch. Hidden labels peeking out of frames, accidental leaks, secret meetings with Vogue editors. This wasn't a comeback, it was a campaign. A beauty line built on authenticity, self-love, and the title she refused to surrender. To Hollywood, it looked ambitious. To Buckingham Palace, it looked like blasphemy. Because the late Queen had been crystal clear, royal titles were not to be commercialized. They were symbols of duty, not trademarks. And yet, here was Meghan turning Duchess of Sussex into a brand logo. Every lipstick shade, every serum bottle whispered rebellion. For William, this wasn't entrepreneurship, it was betrayal dressed in designer packaging. Insiders say that for a man obsessed with preserving the monarchy's dignity, Meghan's glittering business moves felt like humiliation in slow motion. She wasn't just breaking the rules, she was monetizing the rebellion. Each Instagram post felt like a slap to the family crest. To him, every glossy photo was proof that she saw the crown not as heritage, but as content. And when Meghan reportedly tried to trademark Duchess of Sussex as a legal last name, it crossed a line drawn in royal marble. That move, palace aides. Whisper made William's decision final. silence. That's when Buckingham Palace went quiet, eerily quiet. No statements, no denials, no press briefings. Because in the royal world, silence isn't emptiness, it's execution. When the firm stops speaking your name, it means your chapter is being erased. Harry's emergency flight should have been headline gold, a prince returning home after years of exile, racing to see his ailing father. Instead, the palace greeted him with nothing. No cameras, no motorcade, no public acknowledgement. Just silence. And that silence screamed louder than any tabloid ever could. When the firm freezes you out, you're not family, you're a liability. And the frost around Harry wasn't professional anymore, it was personal. William's strategy had shifted from emotion to efficiency. Each royal appearance was now calculated. Every handshake choreographed. Behind that calm smile, the message was brutal. You're no longer part of the story. Royal Communications quietly deleted the Sussexes from official pages. Charity links gone. Photos moved, mentions reworded into past tense. The monarchy's version of a digital obituary. To outsiders, it looked like maintenance. To insiders, it was revenge the aristocratic kind, executed in whispers and web edits. Because the monarchy never screams, it deletes. The genius of it all? The world barely noticed. While Meghan posted flawless selfies under Californian sunlight, her royalty presence was vanishing pixel by pixel. Harry still held his titles technically, but the Duke of Sussex label that once opened doors now just raised eyebrows. The palace had found a way to dismantle his relevance without ever saying his name. Even William's silence became its own language. He didn't return calls, didn't issue corrections, didn't defend his brother in the press. Why defend someone who'd sold family secrets for a Netflix deal? This wasn't a family feud anymore. It was a slow, calculated erasure. An execution performed with politeness and precision. And the cruelest part? Harry still believed he could fix it. He thought an apology, a meeting, maybe one heartfelt statement could turn it all around. But you can't negotiate with silence, not when silence is the punishment. The palace wasn't angry, it was finished. And that, for Harry, is infinitely worse, because a monarchy that's done with you doesn't rage, it rewrites. For years, Harry lived like a man untouchable. Palm trees, paparazzi, mansion, interviews about freedom and peace. He told the world he didn't need the crown, didn't need his family. But now, freedom feels different when the titles that gave you relevance are about to disappear. He's running back to London like a student begging to retake an exam he skipped 3 years ago. Only this time, the headmaster isn't Daddy, it's William. And William isn't grading on forgiveness. Insiders whisper that Harry's finally realizing the unthinkable. Without his royal identity, he's just another celebrity with a sad story and a fading brand. Netflix money dries fast. Memoir sympathy fades faster. And now, with the palace sharpening its blades, the once rebellious prince is crawling back to the institution he swore he didn't need. But here's the tragedy: the palace doesn't care anymore. Harry's pleas for a face-to-face with Charles and William are being treated like polite formalities, not emergencies. King Charles, frail and exhausted, no longer has the strength to mediate another royal meltdown. And William, he isn't interested in peace talks. He's writing new rules. Once, Harry's tears worked. The troubled spare narrative earned him compassion. Not anymore. William's monarchy has no time for emotion. It's not a family, it's a corporation. And Harry isn't staff, he's a liability. Friends close to Harry say, he's starting to admit mistakes translation. He finally understands how expensive they are, because his entire California kingdom was built on the very titles he mocked. Strip those away and there's no brand left to sell. William doesn't want apologies. He wants boundaries. No patch-ups, no sit-downs, no second chances. The gate is closing and the palace isn't bluffing.